Hi, this is Anne with Graphic Design How To, and today I'm going to show you how to cut out a hole from a shape or punch out a hole, if that makes sense, from a shape in Adobe Illustrator. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you the simplest way to do this, and then we'll go over some troubleshooting methods. So I'm going to hit M to draw a rectangle, and I'll make this yellow. I'll click on my outline, and I'll just get rid of that. Okay, and now I'm going to draw a star. I'll hold Shift and Option or Shift and Alt to draw from the center and make it straight. I'll click on my fill and I'll make this red. Now, whatever is going to be the hole, that needs to be on top, and the star is our hole. So if your shape that's the hole is not on top, you need to select it, then go to Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. Then select both pieces, and then come down here to Pathfinder. If you're not seeing Pathfinder, you can find that under Window, right here. And then click the second shape mode, which is minus front. And now you have a hole in your rectangle. You can put it over here to see that you can actually see through it. And so that is the simplest form. Now let's look at some other examples that might be causing you problems. First, you need to make sure both pieces, the hole and the shape, are vector. And you can check this by hitting Command Y or Control Y on your keyboard. These are vector shapes. And this one, it looks like it's vector, it's a circle, but it's actually a raster shape. And you can see that by the box with the X in it. So if your design looks like this, you need to vectorize it first. And I have another video, and that should be right up here at the top of your screen if you want to learn how to vectorize your artwork. Next, make sure you don't have any strokes or outlines, they're actually the same thing, on either piece. So we've got a blue fill, no stroke. On the hole, we've got a yellow fill and no stroke. You can add strokes later if you need to. So for example, I'll go ahead and minus front this to make the hole. And then we have just a blue shape with a hole in it. And I can add a black outline now and increase that. And we'll get something like this. And this is a hole, so it's part of that shape now. You can also use a complex shape as your hole. Just make sure it's on top. So Shift Command right bracket or Shift Control right bracket. You can also go to Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. Select both, and then minus front. So now you can see it's cut that complex shape out of our rectangle. Now, if it falls off the sides like this, that's still okay. It will just kind of cut it up. So if it goes off the sides, this is what you'll get. If we hit Command Y, you can see it's actually changed the edge of our shape. Another thing that's interesting is that you can move those holes around after they've been cut out. So to do that, you can get your group selection tool right up here. That's the one with the plus. And just click and drag, and it's still cut out, but I've moved that hole around. Now let's see what happens with live typable text and a rectangle. If I could do minus front, nothing happens. And that is because you have to outline your text first. So I've selected my text. I'll go to Type, Create Outlines. So when I hit the space bar, I can see all my little dots, my anchor points on there. Now I'll select both, and I can do the minus front Pathfinder. And now those are all holes that have been cut out from there. So just remember, you have to outline your text. And actually, it's a good idea to make a copy of your text and put it off the side of your artboard, because after you outline the text, your font goes away. You don't get to know what that font was. So it's a good idea to leave live text down here. And we'll go ahead and minus front with that. So these are just a few of the issues or challenges you might come across with cutting holes out of shapes. All right, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, just click on the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, and you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.